how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to Software Inc. Welcome back to Take 5 Interactive. I certainly hope you're having a good one because, what can I say, man? I'm excited to be back. I am absolutely adoring Software Inc. at the moment. I have been playing this pretty much every day for the last little while, both in this YouTube save and in a couple of other ones that I've been dabbling in just here and there. And I gotta say, I am sort of hooked on Software Inc. all over again. So, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as well. The videos have, at the time of me recording this one, the videos have sort of just started going out, and it seems like you guys are really enjoying it. So, I appreciate that a lot. It's, you know, it's really nice to see, especially since this game is like a yearly thing on the channel. Anyway, we are doing pretty well at the moment. We are getting 5 million on Soapbox Pro last month. Bug Stomper, unfortunately, not doing very good for us anymore. But we also have, let's see here, Hyping for Print Pro, which has over 4,100 followers. It releases in July of this year. And Print, if I remember right, if we go ahead and sort by release dates and whatnot, Print right there, $122 million in profit overall. So that's not bad at all. I think what we're also going to do is we're going to set a maximum print job here for Print Pro of, I'm going to say about 500,000 copies in stock before we go ahead and stop the printing job there. That seems like it'll be a pretty good idea. We're also probably going to want to go ahead and port Print Pro to some new systems as soon as it comes out, which I think will be quite important. And then other than that, we are working on good old Plaything 4, which is a console operating system, which led to me setting up all of this mess in the last episode. We're working on Notebook 90, which is very nearly done with its second iteration. And then good old Smartsheet Pro. We're working on that as well, which is coming along. Now, the thing is, I reckon what we probably want to do is start working on Bug Stomper Pro. That seems like it would be a pretty good idea. As well as starting to put out, we're starting to design Soapbox 90. So let's go ahead and start doing that. And let's see if we can't start, you know, really churning out some things here. So Soapbox Pro is going to be followed by Soapbox 90. Presentation software as per usual. Framework is going to be one that we don't have, which is fine. So we're going to go for new. And we are going to go for T5. I don't know, T5 Soapbox, honestly. I'm getting a little bit less creative with these names, but T5 Soapbox. Source control is fine. Networking isn't supported by any operating systems right now. And essentially everything in this is going to be, I mean, if we look at it, everything in here is about, I mean, it was included in the previous one, essentially. Now, what's interesting about that is that kind of means, that kind of makes me think that if we went for an existing framework with a more recent release date of, you know, for example, Field SDK, I feel like if we go for Field SDK, we bring approximately 2 years, nearly 3, down to about a year. Because obviously the previous framework, you know, kind of included everything as well. Honestly, the fact that this doesn't necessarily do anything new that the previous version didn't already do kind of has me thinking that we just wait for networking. I feel like we just wait for another operating system to come out, because if we have a look at upcoming releases, I mean, there's a console operating system in December of this year, console operating system in December of next year. The next computer operating system, by the looks of it, is going to be 1995, which is Framestop X7 and IntView X7. So we might actually want to hold off on Soapbox 90 until those systems are out, until we can maybe go ahead and throw some networking in there, or we just hope that we can make it. So maybe we're not going to do that. Bug Stomper, though, I feel like we can start working on a sequel to that. So Bug Stomper Pro And this is where, you know, it's the 90s now, so we're getting a little bit edgy. So we're going to take the space out from bug and stomper and merge it into one word because we're fancy like that. And interestingly, it's also going to be kind of in the same boat where maybe the only thing that's really going to change here is going to be the tech levels, assuming that we can do that. So if we go for here, we don't actually have our own thing here. Interesting. Okay, well, I reckon we could just use True Engine. I feel like that, you know, we might as well. So we're down to less than a year on this thing, which is kind of neat. We'll go ahead and change the price of this to a solid $50. Categories, whatever. And then in terms of 2D editors, I mean, looking at release dates, we have this one with a tech level of 1979, which is good. It'll bring our tech level up a little bit. Maybe not as far as we want it to, but it brings our tech level up to 1979. I guess that's fine. In terms of operating systems, I mean, we can essentially just throw it onto all of these. Now, trying to develop for all of these is going to do what for the dev time? It's still about a year. 2.6 million potential customers, but again, the previous version kind of had everything, so I don't really know that we need, I mean, a slightly advanced tech level on the interface, maybe. I guess we'll give it a shot. Let's experiment a little bit with this and see what happens. But I'm thinking that we might need to start looking into getting ourselves 2D editors, 3D editors, all of that good stuff. So we'll throw this out here. I don't actually think we have a team for Bug Stomper either. We might need to make an antivirus team. Thinking about it. So sure, we'll keep that there. And in terms of everything here, we're going to just say nobody is going to be working on this for the time being, which is all right. No publisher and develop, and yeah, we'll continue that. So it's completely unassigned right now, which I'm kind of okay with. We'll keep that down there. In terms of everything else, though, I mean, to be completely honest, I do kind of feel like we need to look at some other things, because obviously it is now 1990. We have, you know, PDF tools. Peripheral system combines hardware peripherals with software to configure and control them. That's kind of interesting. A communications application would be interesting as well. Security camera software. I actually kind of want to look into peripheral systems. That seems like it would be kind of cool. Obviously, networking is still not really a thing, but hardware is something we can do. So if we were to throw all of this in here, I mean, this is essentially 2 years. We could throw this to the hardware team. That might not be bad. And we can make a mouse, a keyboard, a headset. In terms of manufacturing, I mean, we need plastic, switches, circuit boards, then assembly, and then more assembly. That's tempting. I gotta be honest. I'm actually really tempted to give this a shot. We could start making mice and keyboards and headsets and all that good stuff. Wow, this changes a lot thinking about it. So if we were to do this, we can sell $140 headsets, but manufacturing wise, it needs plastics and circuit boards and speakers and microphones into assembly, into final assembly. Okay. You know what? Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. I don't think we're going to need to go too crazy with changing assembly lines. I think this assembly line can stay because it is set up for consoles. But I reckon we lease this. And what was it we needed? We need a single printer for plastic, 4 for circuit boards, 4 for speakers, and 2 for microphones. So we need 1, 5, 9, 11 printers into 4 assemblers. Into 4 assemblers. So we need 11 printers going into 4 assemblers. That seems overly complicated, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. Interesting. Sure. So we bought this space. Let's see what we can do. Let me make it nice and daytime so I can see here as well. So let's take a little bit of a look. So distribution, we need 11 printers. Okay, how the hell am I going to split this? I actually I need to remember my ratios here. So having a look at you, one for plastic. Do I want to split that into 4 assemblers, or do I want to maybe do that a little bit differently? I really don't quite understand how this works. I really don't, thinking about it. But we're going to give it a shot. So, yeah. So we need plastic. We need 11. Do I want to just do 22? Would that be better? Because then I can split it so that there's 11 kind of on each side. Because having the one split into 4 assemblers seems a little bit weird, but we'll give it a shot. Let me lease this as well. Why the hell not? Right. Let's try and do 11 on each side. Let's try and do the 22 idea. That seems like it could be a terrible idea, but we're gonna give it a shot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then if I remember right, it was 1, and then move these guys. And then was it just 4? So it was 4 of each. So grab you and move like that. I need to look at my numbers again. I need to look at, so what was it? 1, 4, 4, 2. So split you and move you to there. So you're going to be making, if I remember right, I'm not replacing anything. You are doing, what are we even making? Headsets? So you're going to be, wait, do I need a microphone? Do I need a wireless receiver? Oh dear. So you're doing plastic, and then you're doing, it was 4 circuit boards. So set you guys to circuit boards. Oh my God, I need to look at this again. Speakers and microphones. So plastic, circuit board, speakers, microphone. So you guys are now going to be set to speakers. And then you guys are going to be set to not duplicate, but you're going to be set to microphone. So then I need to figure out how this works. Oh, did I close the thing? Are you kidding me? Develop. Let's see. It was, where the hell is it? Peripheral system, headset, manufacturing. So we now have, oh, I've just noticed how this actually sort of works. So hardware visualization, or what was it? Audio input does the microphone. Okay, well, I kind of want to do everything, so that's fine. So now all of this goes into assemblers. Okay. Okay, that makes things weird. That ever so slightly makes things weird. How do I go about putting all this on a single line? Is kind of my question. I could sort of just do this and then kind of bring it around into a couple of assemblers. That seems like it might not be the worst idea. I really don't know if it is or isn't, but I guess we will find out. So let's do this. And then I guess we can just use some splitters. So 1, 2, 3, and then I don't think we need a 4th one. So you go there, 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 and there. Okay. And then we need the component assemblers, and then component recyclers. And then what? What was the other? Oh my God, I just got rid of it again. I'm so bad at this. What else do we need? Peripheral system. So headsets. If we want audio input and manufacturing, we have this all go into 4 assemblers. So headset assembly into final assembly, I guess. So grab you guys. You're going to be outputting headsets. And then what? So have a look at you. And so these all just go into... Why is that saying that they don't exist? Do these all just go into like individual final assembly then? So let me have a, okay, hold on a minute. Let me go ahead and buy another 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. We'll go ahead and just set the output to be final assembly, which probably needs to go into more recyclers, which is fine. So if I was to say recycler there and there and there and there, then I should be able to do get rid of you and have these guys start going that way. Then you start going there and there. And now these can't be reached by staff, which is ever so slightly annoying. Ah, okay. These probably should have been spaced out a little bit better, but that seems to me like the production line that the game wants. So I just have to make it so staff can reach everything is kind of what I need to do. Do I need these assemblers here? So if I get rid of those and then I move these guys all back one. So we still have the recyclers, which is good, I think. So in theory, I should just be able to go in and grab all of you, and then we'll just sort of lower everything. So you can be deleted as well. You can go kind of there. Then, well, these guys can't really be raised up the way I would hope that they would be raised up here, but, or can they? No, I don't think they can. That's fine. These guys can be raised up. And then I think I can still do this and this. Oh no, that still can't be gotten to. Damn, okay. Okay. That ever so slightly messes with things. But I reckon we can probably make that work. It's not a huge deal. What we'll do is just completely sort of change the layout here a little bit. In fact, all I really need to do is grab this, sort of shuffle it along by, we'll do 2, get rid of you and get rid of you, bring this over, and now these guys can kind of go here. We'll get rid of you, and we'll do this. And now everything is technically accessible, although it might not be a bad idea to just take out you, and do a little bit of this. So it just kind of raises up a little bit, so staff can kind of get under there. So in theory, what we've done now is we've created a full production line. So if I close you and open manufacturing, it's telling me, wait, assemblers? What are these? Assemblers, printers, or assemblers rather. So develop software, peripheral system, headset, manufacturing. Okay. So in theory, we now have everything set up to make headsets. So let's just give this a shot. Let's just do this and see what happens. I'm really curious. We're kind of gonna do everything that we can. Audio input, integrated equalizer, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna make it $125. Name-wise, Hyperpower, Microset, Deadly Eagle, XRGB Fighter, Optic Speed Extreme, Fury oh my god, Master Dragon, that's probably something else. Oh no! Oh no, we're doing this, we're keeping it. The Master Dragon headset, not to be confused. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. New framework, it'll be the T5 Dragon is what we're gonna call it. And that's fine. So that's fine. We're gonna make this 2D editor of choice. Unfortunately, it seems that 1985 tech is not gonna be an option. So we're gonna go with 1979 for the tech level there. And operating system support is gonna be for the most recent ones. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm all for this. Let's give it to the hardware team, and let's give it to the hardware team. They're missing a level 1 system programmer. Okay. Let's give it to everybody. Give it to everybody, except for support and marketing, because they really shouldn't be doing anything here. Publisher-wise, I don't care. Let's develop this thing. Let's develop this monstrosity. I don't even know, actually, that is going pretty quickly. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get this thing. I don't know if we're going to do any hardware anytime soon, because we keep making production lines, but we don't do anything with them. And I'm also realizing, just off the top of my head, we probably need more cleaning. Thinking about it. So let's hire, let's sort by type for one. And let's hire 2 more cleaners to come in at 8. And then 2 more to come in at 12. That way we're kind of just, you know, keeping things nice and clean is what we're doing. I'm also slightly tempted to rush production on the Master Dragon. Just because I'm curious to see what it does. I'm curious to see if we actually make anything here. I kind of hope we do. So we'll get iteration 2 done. And then, to be honest, let's just move it into development. Let's just do it, because it's not, you know, it's gonna take a little while to get done. But I'm just curious, man. I gotta be honest. I want to see some production happen, and I'm imagining that honestly the best thing to do would be to go ahead and move into our own building, right? Go ahead and build our own facility, as it were. That seems like it would be a good idea, but it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and put out a press build of Print Pro. And, wow, I've just noticed Plaything 4 is very nearly done with iteration 3 as well. We might be able to get a console out by 1992. 1992 seems like a good bet for this thing, because it's taking a little while in the design phase, but I feel like we could do it. And the cool thing as well is Master Dragon's nearly halfway done. Now, it's July of 1990. Let's go ahead and release Print Pro. Let's give it a $75,000 marketing budget. And let's move it up to top priority here. Soapbox Pro is still doing amazing, by the way. Now, let's also just very quickly. So Bug Stomper has active users. You have a lot of active users. You have active users. You have 3. You have 812. You have 19,000. Okay. Let's just make sure everything's kind of minimized that we don't need to be looking at. Bug Stomper Pro is coming along, which is lovely. And we'll just kind of let everybody just sort of keep doing their thing. Now, let's just rearrange this as well. Bug Stomper there, you're at 10. Let's bring you down to an 8 and bring you to a 10 on priorities there, just to make sure that Print Pro's marketing actually gets done. And looking at the pace of marketing, it tells me that I think we need to expand the marketing team. But I'm curious to see how Print Pro does, and I'm also just thinking about one little thing. Print Pro has how many in stock right now? 500,000. Okay, that's fine. I was a little bit worried we might not have many, but let's see. Minus 75,000 on Print Pro goes to a grand total of, any second now, a grand total of, come on, softwaring, there's people around, I know, 5.7 million. That's pretty respectable, I think. That's not bad. That's really not bad. I'm actually quite happy with that. Let's go ahead and port it, though, as we always do, to all of the operating systems, because it's missing quite a few consumers, quite a few potential consumers there. You as well are fine. And we'll sort of make that the top priority alongside Master Dragon there. Good Lord. I'm realizing that it kind of seems like we might want to split the teams a little bit, thinking about it. I wonder if we were to have sort of this, what would be the best way to do it? I'm wondering if we were to have sort of a team of system designers and then a team of, you know, the various types of design. I mean, if we have a look at employees, have a look at me. So if we had a team of system designers, 2D designers, so each one of these sort of boxes here that you can see for a skill becomes a team. That seems like it could be kind of interesting. You know, get a bunch of level 3 system designers in a single team, you know, have just 10 of them, you know, maybe 20 of them in a single team. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 16, 18 teams. Am I counting that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Yeah, 18 different teams, all specializing in, you know, the various things. So 18 times 180, 30, 360 employees, if we did it that way, I think. Something like that. Plus 18, so 378 employees for the various team leaders. That might be a way to do it, because then we just assign the teams to the projects that they need to work on. So if something requires system designers, then we put the system design team on it. Although system design is generally needed for everything, so the system design team might need to be bigger than, say, I don't know, let's again have a look here. And then maybe the, I don't know, the 2D, well, not the 2D art one, but maybe the video art one or the audio art one, because the audio, those might be bad examples. The point being that that might be a way to do things. That really might be a way to do it. And oh, good Lord, 8.1 million on Print Pro right there. We've also passed $205 million in the bank there. We have a bit of interest coming in on some of the bonds that we've done. Let's go ahead and put, let's deposit 100 million into the company right there. Let's deposit 100 million and have a look at all companies and see how we're doing. So in terms of worth, we're right here. We're doing okay. And I think Throw Top Trials, actually, they've only gotten up there kind of recently, which is kind of cool. What have they actually made? So they're just doing games. That's actually pretty cool. They did 129 million on a train simulation game. That's respectable. Their most recent releases have done 55 million. It's an adventure game. They've got 48 million on a party game. They've got 59 million on a party game, 89 million on a sports game. Man, that's the way to go. That is the way to do it. Is what that is. That is absolutely the way to do it. It's respectable. What can I say? It's definitely respectable. Now, I'm noticing that it seems like development on Master Dragon has slowed down a little bit. Let's go ahead and make that a level 10 priority so that we can hopefully maybe see that pick up a little bit. Because I kind of just want to get it done. I don't really care if it's amazing. I gotta be honest. I really don't honestly care if it's amazing. Also, Plaything 4. I'll tell you what, we're going to try and get that done as well. Notebook 90 can kind of fall by the wayside a little bit. So let's do Plaything 4 as priority 8. Let's do Smart Sheet as priority 6. Let's do Bug Stomper as priority 4. Notebook 90 is priority 2. So in order of priority, we have Master Dragon, followed by Plaything, followed by Smart Sheet, which needs to go between Plaything and what do you call it? Notebook, which needs to go beneath. Oh, I can't rearrange these properly. Notebook needs to go at the bottom. So they're now organized in terms of priority and in terms of what I want people doing and all that good stuff. Except all of these enclosed. I've just noticed 10 million on Print Pro right there. Also, let's have a little look at all software releases right now, just to make sure we're not missing anything, which we're not. You know, I feel like we should... You know what we're going to do? Let's go ahead and just grab this office right here. And let's grab all the furniture in this one. So grab all of you and duplicate, and let's move it all into this office, right? Because I want to make a new team. I don't know what I want that team to be, but I want to start making something new. We could just do an antivirus team, and actually have an antivirus team, because thinking about it, Bug Stomper isn't actually being worked on. So let's do an antivirus team. Let's get a team that can work on antivirus software, which is system and 2D and probably networking at some point. So let's hire an employee. We're going to be looking for everything. We're giving them a nice high salary, as we always do. And we'll sort by skill. So HR and automation is tempting. HR and multitasking is quite tempting as well. I kind of want to go for automation, because that's something I feel like we could absolutely automate antivirus software. So you are not going onto any team right now, because what I need to be doing, and I can't do it, Okay, Darius Tate, can I not put you on a team? I can. Okay, so we're going to hire you. And then what we're going to do is pause, manage teams. So antivirus, we're going to add the color for the team. We've got green, green. We need another blue. So let's do sort of more of a very blue. There is a bug on my microphone right now. Sorry, I just kind of looked down a little. Hold on a minute. I'm going to you're going to hear a sound here. But I just, I don't appreciate the, get off, you little bastard. Get out of here. I don't know, I just landed on my microphone. I also don't usually swear in these videos, but I feel like that was warranted. That's really rude, wherever the hell you went. Oh God, where did it go? I think it's gone to get its friends. All right. Well, if this video never gets posted, you know why. Right. So we need to assign Darius to the antivirus team. So if I sort by employees and I sort by years with the company, you are going to be going to the antivirus team. And then if we go to manage the teams, antivirus, I mean, essentially HR management as per usual, we'll do $150,000. We will handle everything. I mean, in terms of roles, I don't know. I don't really know if we want to do roles. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's experiment with this team. And we usually did, what was it? 7, 7 is 14 and 5. So 7, 7 and 5. I don't know that we need that though. Let's try 8, 8 and 3. Let's give that a shot. And nice high salaries and all that good stuff. So we'll give that a shot. 8, 8, 3. I don't think antivirus needs that much art. And then in terms of employees, your role is now the leader. And that'll be fine. Also, I want to just go ahead and grab that blue because I want to get the room sorted. So let's switch this to antivirus. Let's also just paint the interior of the room that color. And I guess we're going to see what happens. And then what we can also do is assign antivirus to work on Bug Stomper. And that's going to be the only thing they're working on, which is totally fine by me. So hopefully at some point they go ahead and do that. Also, I can't remember if I did it in this episode or between episodes, but I forgot to mention that I duplicated the meeting room, so we now have 2 of them. They're identical, much kind of like the various development rooms as well. But yeah, that was a thing that I did because I noticed that a lot of employees were going to, a lot of teams were trying to have meetings and whatnot, and they couldn't, so I figured 2 meeting rooms was only fair. And now they've got it, so they're kind of happy there. Now, let's go ahead and accept this. And we should have a whole team coming into this room in theory. There we go. So they're all in, and they're actually working fantastically on Bug Stomper Pro right there. Also, I want to point out that Master Dragon is about done. So let's so promote and then print. So let's see here. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know how this works. Let's try doing 250,000 in stock at any one time. And is this now? Oh, look at that. Oh, are we actually making things? Oh, we are. Why is this side not making anything though? Okay, that side's not making much, but look at this. I could have split this so much better thinking about it. I really could have split this so much better. What we should have done is just committed to 2 of these guys. And then one of these, I don't know how this is necessarily going to work actually. This doesn't seem like it's very good. I feel like we could have just done this production so much better. I really do. Let's try it. Let's try fixing this really quick. So I want to duplicate you. And I want to go here and here, right? So we are going to have 2 of these. And then what we want to do is move, oh boy, hold on a minute. Maybe not, hold on. So move you Oh, I don't know what way to do this. Move you to there. And then grab... Okay, this might be slightly tricky. Let's try something here. Move you guys there. Then move you guys to there. Get rid of you. Move you two to there. And move you to there. Grab you guys. And do this. And do this. Now, what that does is gives us sort of mirrored setups here. So if I go in and grab all of this, now this is going to just sort of do away with my entire production line for a minute, but that's okay. So grab all of this. So everything here needs to go into 2 assemblers. So what that says to me is bring it all along here. And then immediately take it into, I think, an assembler? No, it needs to go into 2 assemblers. Okay. Okay. Right. So what we do is this and this, right? We throw a splitter right here and we do this. So that's immediately going into 2 assemblers. So on this side, let's try and do exactly the same thing. So you go here, and we have 2 assemblers. Okay. So we grab these guys and we want to set them up to work for headset assembly. And on this side, we want to set them up for headset assembly. And then, I wonder if there's maybe a better way to do this. I feel like there is. I feel like what we should do is not that at all, actually. I feel like what we do is we grab that conveyor belt and we grab that conveyor belt. And instead of having it just go along, we have them come out this way. We have it come out this way. And then we have it sort of come across because we need 2 assemblers regardless. So what we do is assembler there and there, and we come over, we do there and there, delete you. So this comes over, you go in there, and we have a splitzer. Ooh, you know what? This all needs moved along a little bit. So I don't want to select the employee. I want to grab all of this, and I want to just move it a little bit that way. So moving it that way means that the splitter isn't going to pump stuff back around. So we have that going on. We have 2 more assemblers. We have 2 recyclers. And then we essentially duplicate this. So what we do is grab you guys. We move you to there. We go ahead and duplicate. We go ahead and recycle. And we go ahead and put an assembler there. So this way, in theory, if I've done this right, these guys get set up as assembly. These guys get set up as final assembly. And then these guys just go like this. And this. And we essentially do the same again. So we essentially duplicate this, is what I'm thinking. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. So you guys are going to be set up as assembly. And then final assembly. And I want to just copy all of this, except obviously can't copy the employees. So duplicate. And essentially it goes in here like that, right? And then on this side, we grab all of you, we duplicate, and essentially it goes... Well, honestly, it would sort of go the other way around. So let's just grab you. Minus the employees. We'll move the entire thing to there. And then grab all of you. And duplicate the entire thing. And it's 1 gap apart. So it's there. Which isn't exactly completely symmetrical, but that's kind of okay. We can just sort of grab all this, minus the employee, and hopefully move it. Or apparently not. Can I grab all this and just move all of it? There we go. So we'll shuffle it along by one. We'll go ahead and duplicate you guys. Put you there. And you're going to run straight out that way. You're going to run straight to there. And you guys are going to run pretty much over like this. And that should be pretty good, is what I think. So there we go. And that should be a full production line for... Yeah, there we go, I think. There we go. So everything's kind of getting split. Everything's moving to the various drop-off bays. That's fantastic. Oh my god. Okay, I want lights in there. And also probably some pallets, thinking about it. We probably do want some pallets. So I can do a pallet there, and I can do a pallet there. On this side, a little bit more tricky to do pallets, I think. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on a minute. Can I do here and here? And then if it's backed up, you drop off there? You drop off there. You pick up there, and you pick up that side? I don't know if that's going to be very good, but we'll give it a shot. You're there, and you're there, and then the drop-off can be there and there. Sure. That seems like a way to sort of weirdly do things. Can I just duplicate all of this? I absolutely can, which is fantastic news, so we're going to do that. And then on this side, we'll kind of just do exactly the same thing, kind of just duplicate all of this and weirdly copy it over, as strange as it might be. There we go. So in theory, we can kind of release Master Dragon whenever we want. So let's market it a little bit. We'll announce a release date of, April of 1991. Releasing in a couple of months. That's fine. Marketing, we'll do sort of the works as we usually do. We'll make it a top tier priority as well. What is this? Oh, we can close that. We don't need that. So top tier priority on Master Dragon marketing. We'll also market it with a press build. So we'll start sending copies of Master Dragon out to people. And, wow, it's actually starting to back up as well. That's really cool. It's got a couple of followers too. So yeah, it's being made, and it is actually getting picked up as well, which is so cool. That makes me so happy. I'm really excited about this. I gotta be honest. Now, how did we lose so much money there? Bills, minus 12 million. Printing, 12 million. Ah! So we need to make money back on this thing, otherwise it's not really gonna do too well for us. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's a little bit worrying, but that's fine. I gotta be honest though, this is all sorts of cool. I also love that this is sort of not filling up because there's just kind of an infinite loop of boxes going on here. That's something to behold, I guess. That's fine though. Not a huge deal. I just honestly, I just want to see this. I just want to see this happen. I just want to see this thing be good. Master Dragon still not done there. Print Pro 7.2 million, Soapbox 1.8. Bug Stomper, it's about to start losing money, so we're going to end the marketing for Bug Stomper. And let's see, Master Dragon, can we get this done in time? I'm kind of hoping so. I'm kind of hoping that the marketing team can manage a simple press release. There we go. So get that out there. This thing had a lot of bugs. This thing had a... it's going to end up with near 500 bugs fixed. Interesting. All right. Well, good news is that there's a lot of Master Dragons out there. Let's go ahead and release this thing. It's April of 91. So we're going to start a marketing campaign as we do. We'll give it a budget of $50,000 as per usual. Make it a top priority. Move it at the top. So Print Pro is going to come down to an 8. And Soapbox is going to come down to a 6 in terms of priority there. And basically, we're going to see what happens. I don't even... Is it any good? It's good. It's not amazing. And it also was 19 million thus far to, you know, go ahead and actually get the versions of it made. But that's fine, I guess. That's fine. We're finally jumping into the hardware space. I just bit my tongue. That really hurt. We're finally jumping into the hardware space, and I'm curious to see, you know, if people out there are gonna adopt and start, you know, using the Master Dragon. Also, Notebook 90 ready to develop, so we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Plaything 4 almost ready for development. But let's see, Master Dragon, before we even see profits, I want to look at releases here. Peripheral system. When's the last headset been done? Because there have been a few. There's been a few mice here and there, which have made a little bit of money. It doesn't look like anyone has actually done a headset yet. And I've also realized that technically, it's not compatible with all of the operating systems right now. So let's make sure it is, and let's get that thing to be sort of top priority on porting it. And let's just see what it does. I'm curious. Master Dragon minus $50,000 turns around to 4.3 million. I'm actually kind of surprised. Now, that's still not a profit. We should mention that is still very much not a profit. That's also out of 1 in 5 has been refunded as well. That's pretty cool though. And it's also interesting to note that that means that the hardware market is going to be a nightmare to break out into, which is kind of accurate, to be honest. Isn't that sort of the thing with hardware, is every company ends up, you know, they lose money on like the console, but they make up money on the software. So like Xbox, I don't know if this is true for Xbox. I think it was at one point. But they, or maybe Sony as well. I don't know. Regardless, I always hear that they lose money on the consoles, but they make the money back through, you know, licensing of games and things like that. Also, 5 million of Master Dragon. I'm honestly quite pleased with that. I gotta be honest. That's got me kind of happy. We got 100,000 units sold. We're probably never actually going to break into a profit for this thing, which is terrifying. In terms of trading the IP, no one wants it. In terms of print, no one wants it. Soapbox, no one wants it. Anyone want Bug Stomper? Yeah, of course you do, for not a whole lot of money. It didn't really make much, though, to be fair. Plaything. Does anyone want that? I'll take it for 80,000. I was just curious. I'm not actually going to sell it because we're making a new one, but definitely curious. Also, that is about to be completely ready for development. There it goes. Fantastic. So Plaything is now in active development, which is lovely to see. Let's go ahead and make that top priority for the company. Smart Sheet going to be a little bit more of a priority than it is. Bug Stomper only has one team working on it, so priority doesn't really matter. And Notebook 90 is kind of the same. Doesn't really matter in terms of priorities there. That's exciting though. And what that also makes me wonder is, in terms of manufacturing, we do not have enough set up for this. We need more rumble units. We need more plastics. We need more controllers and assemblers for the consoles themselves. We might actually need to move the entire company into its own facility before we release Plaything 4. That's interesting. That's actually kind of interesting that we might need to do that. It's also kind of cool, you know, the company, we have enough money and we're making hardware and stuff like that. It's kind of cool that we might need to actually do that. I just don't know if I'm at the point of Software Inc. where I'm super excited about the idea of building my own facility, because it's weird. I love building in like The Sims, but at the same time, I kind of just want to play. So, oh boy, we might have an interesting episode ahead of us. I don't know if it'll be the next one, but based on, you know, how quickly this is kind of coming along, I get the feeling that Plaything 4, yeah, we might need to move into our own chunk of land in the next episode.